Hello viewers, today I will talk about enzyme characteristics, properties and significance. First I will talk about the historical regime, then characteristics and physicochemical properties, next the significance including its role and application. As we know that the living processes has severe biochemical reaction which always are not spontaneous. These biochemical reactions are for metabolism. Now enzyme actually speeds up all those biochemical reactions by lowering down its higher activation energy. And the enzymology is the study for the enzyme structure, function as well as inhibition. First the enzyme was named as ferments, then Kuhn actually named it as enzyme. Historical regime. Theodor Schwann first found the pepsin in gastric juice. Next, in 1837, J.J. Berzelius was found the catalytic function of diastase. Next, in 1857, Louis Pasteur have found the catalytic action of the unorganized ferment like emulsin and organized ferment like living yeast cell. Then, by William Kuhn, it was named the unorganized ferment showing catalytic activity as enzyme. Next, Buchner in 1897 has found the zymase has alcoholic fermentation action by the catalysis, and J. Sumner in 1926 first characterized and purified by isolation of first enzyme urease. Next, invention. So all of these were the inventors. Now invention, trypsin was first invented from beef pancreas by Northrop and Kunitz in 1936. Then catalase was isolated from beef liver, isolated by Sumner and Downs in 1937. RNase was isolated from beef pancreas by Kunitz in 1940. Pepsin was isolated from swine stomach by Northrop in 1946 and DNase was isolated from beef pancreas by Kunitz in 1950. Let's talk about the general characteristics of the enzymes. Enzymes are protein in nature, maybe the simple protein like urease or complex protein like catalase having extra cofactor. Apart from which it may be the single polypeptide chain like DNA polymerase 1 in E. coli or may be made by the different number of polypeptide chains oligomeric protein like pyruvate kinase. Homodimeric protein is found in case of citrate synthase as well as the oligomeric different heteromultimeric protein is ATP synthase in mitochondria. So actually the protein part is apoenzyme along with which the prosthetic part tightly bound coenzyme and cofactor makes the total holoenzyme which is actually active. Evidences prove the protein nature of enzyme includes the composition with carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur and phosphorus, amphoteric nature denatured by the solvent as well as precipitated out, and they can raise antibodies apart from which the peptide bond it contains. Next one, the comparison with inorganic catalyst. So there are some similarities as well as differences with the inorganic catalyst. First, the similarities. So all those things, both enzymes as well as inorganic catalyst can accelerate the reaction but cannot initiate. Temporarily they bind with the substrate but no qualitative or quantitative change of the product as well as itself. So they can be used by again and again. Apart from which they lower down the higher activation energy as well. And they can actually accelerate the reversible reaction. In case of differences, the enzymes are large molecule of protein structure, but the inorganic catalyst is small molecule and they have large molecular weight enzymes. They catalyze specific biochemical reactions, but inorganic catalysts they have a wide range of specificity, as well as we can find that these enzymes can be regulated by gene expression, can be activated or inactivated by temperature, pH, etc., as well as they can be affected by coenzyme cofactor which are not applicable for inorganic catalysts. So these all are the differences. Difference from vitamin. So vitamins act as larger organic molecule as coenzyme which is getting attached to the enzyme, and vitamins are not yet synthesized with the animal system like enzyme. Exo and endoenzymes. Endo or intracellular enzyme is synthesized and act within the cell like plant enzymes, but exoenzymes are liberated outside for nutrition and digestion in fungi and animal. Physicochemical properties of enzymes: colloidal nature, chemical nature, catalytic nature of the effectiveness, specificity of the enzyme action, thermolability, pH sensitivity as well as reversibility of the reaction. Colloidal nature. They are very giant sized molecule and they are folded up and their molecular weight is multiple of N 175000. They cannot be dialyzed and their components are dissociable as well as they have high diffusion rate. We can follow from the table the molecular weight of pepsin, catalase as well as urease. Next one, chemical nature. As I have already told you that this is made by the peptide bond, okay, and these peptide bond made by the amino acids. So we can find the apoenzyme protein part along with which coenzyme is getting attached to give the holoenzyme. These coenzyme actually bind to the active site where it actually participate in case of catalysis and they carry the intermediates like electron. In case of dehydrogenase oxidation reduction reaction NAD+, NADH, they can actually transfer the electrons. Catalytic nature of the effectiveness. So virtual absence of any side product. They are actually catalyze the in vivo reaction, no qualitative or quantitative change. They have enormous high catalytic power which is measured by the turnover number and very small amount of enzyme is capable to transform the substrate. Specificity of the enzyme reaction. Enzymes are very specific, compatible with respect to the structure, shape, hydrophobicity, ionic interaction with the substrate. Some enzymes have very accuracy, specificity with respect to the reaction like DNA polymerase which has proofreading activity. By first reaction, it is catalyzing the polymerization. Then the second reaction checks whether the first reaction was correct or not. Some enzyme has broader specificity range. In some cases, some side action can be evolved during selection as the normal against something and new function. So that is called enzyme activity promiscuity. Enzyme have stereoselectivity, geometrical specificity, chemoselectivity, etc. Absolute specificity means enzyme sometimes reacts on specific substrate like urease acts on urea which give rise to ammonia and water only. Types of specificity. It may be reaction specificity or substrate specificity. Reaction specificity. We know that in case of some enzymes, it catalyzes only one type of reaction like hydrolase catalyzes hydrolysis reaction. Dehydrogenase catalyzes oxidation reduction reaction with the help of NADH. Substrate specificity. It may include group specificity, chain length specificity, optical specificity as well as geometrical specificity. The first one, group specificity. Enzyme acts upon specific group or bond irrespective of other molecule. Like thrombin can be acted upon fibrinogen peptide made amino group by glycine and carboxyl group is made by the arginine only. Chain length specificity. Fatty acyl CoA dehydrogenase, that is very much specific about the fatty acyl long or moderate chain. Optical DL stereo specificity. So D amino acid oxidase is only applicable, only can be acted upon the D amino acid. Geometric cis trans specificity. This is another kind of stereo specificity as we know that over the geometrical isomer. It can be acted over the double bond syn carbon chain. Cis aconitase can be acted upon cis aconitic acid only. Next one, alteration of the enzyme specificity. So these stringent specificity of the substrate can be altered. We know that apoenzymes are very specific to act, but coenzyme cannot be always, because we know that for hydrolase, NAD+, NADP+, both can be acted as coenzyme together. Lactose synthase, they have modulator subunit as well as catalytic subunit. This modifier subunit is getting enhanced after birth for synthesis of lactose with glucose and galactose. From this picture, we can also observe sucrase can act upon sucrose and raffinose to give rise to glucose fructose and fructose mellibiose respectively. But these raffinose can also be attacked by the mellibiase enzyme to give rise to galactose as well as sucrose. These mellibiase can also act upon mellibiose substrate to give glucose and galactose because the target bonds are different. In case of sucrase, it is glucose fructose. In mellibiase, it is glucose galactose. Reversibility of the reaction. Like all other chemical reactions, these enzyme catalytic reactions are very much reversible. Like fatty acid degradation and synthesis. Degradation from fatty acid or fats to the fatty acid and glycerol. But this sort of reversibility of the lipase reaction for the fatty acid synthesis and breakdown, that is actually dependent upon the pH of the medium. accumulation of the product as well as availability of the substrate as well. Thermolability characteristics. So enzymes are very much heat labile. The enzyme catalytic reaction rate is getting increased with the increased rate of temperature. As temperature is getting increased, the enzyme catalyst reaction is also getting increased. As we know that there is some increase, like 10 degrees centigrade temperature increase can be manifested as 50 to 100% reaction rate change. 1 to 2 degrees centigrade temperature brings 10 to 20% reaction rate change. But the problem is that the enzyme reaction is getting increased up to some maximum level, after which the enzyme is getting denatured, irreversibly inactivated. In case of mammalian enzyme, animal human enzyme, after 60 degrees centigrade it is getting coagulated. But we should think about another thing, the coefficient, temperature coefficient Q10. Q10 is the ratio of activity of a part of 10 degree centigrade temperature. It may be 2x or 3x. When the temperature is getting increased, it is also getting increased, and it depends upon the activation energy. But with very high temperature, Q10 can also be changed, cannot be more increased. It is actually dependent upon substrate and enzyme. So apart from these all characters, all the enzymes are not thermolabile. Like thermophilic bacteria, they have temperature optima, they have temperature susceptibility different, like 85 degrees centigrade. But for others, it is limited to the 37 degrees centigrade as well. Temperature effect. So when we observe the enzyme activity versus temperature curve, it is resultant of the increase in the enzymatic reaction with increase in temperature, as well as number 2 is the increase in thermal denaturation with respect to the critical temperature effect. So it is the resultant of these two. Apart from these two effects, there is also temperature dependent equilibrium of active and inactive enzyme state. That was actually experimentally proved, and a model was proposed by Daniel and Danson, who actually observed E act have reversible with K equilibrium with E inact, which ultimately with K inact rate give rise to X. X is irreversibly inactivated condition, which gives actually the thermal flexibility, stability of the enzyme. So this is all about the response to the thermal change to the enzymes, and we know that experimentally the presence of inactivated enzyme was observed by the data. Temperature optima. So when we can follow these enzyme activity with respect to increased temperature, it is a bell-shaped curve, okay, and it is a range within 35 to 40, usually 37 degrees is the temperature optima for usual enzyme. As we know that RNAs with huge temperature first denatured, then rapid cooling it will be renatured. But in some cases for spore and seed, it is 100 to 120 degrees centigrade temperature pH optima. pH dependence. So enzymes are actually active in a favorable pH region or range. So the activity is the function of pH, and pH is the function of stability. Stability of the enzyme is function of pH. So in very low and high pH, enzyme is getting inactivated. Now when we are talking about the pH optima, it is based upon the acid base nature of the active site amino acid and the ionic interaction in between enzyme and substrate, and it varies inside the cellular concentration, cellular level, and pH optima lies within 4 to 8, but for pepsin it is 2. Let's talk about the pH effect. As pH is getting changed, there are so many consequences. What are they? The three-dimensional structure, secondary, tertiary, quaternary structure of the protein can be denatured, as well as dissociation of the enzyme substrate will be done because they can be getting interacted by ionic interaction. Apoenzyme dissociation, the metal ion state of the coenzyme cofactor can also be getting changed. So it will actually dependent upon the Km and Vmax of the Km is the Michaelis constant substrate affinity, and Vmax is the maximum velocity that will be dependent upon the substrate saturation as well. pH depends on some factors: the nature of the buffer system, the age of the cellular tissue, the presence of activator, inactivator, the nature of the substrate, as well as pH optimum is near the pi, isoelectric point. But for trypsin, the pi is 10, though the pH optimum is 7 to 9. The funny thing is that the pH optimal range of trypsin is 2.5 to 11. Below 2.5, the active site amino acid COO minus will be getting changed to COOH. So no more activity, and beyond 11 the epsilon NH3 plus of lysine will be getting changed to NH2, again that will be inactivated. So enzyme act in the range, and in case of temperature optima it is somehow some higher than that of the internal temperature. pH optima of some enzyme in case of pepsine, that is very much acidic, that is 1.5. Then number 2 is invertase, that is not highly acidic, that is acidic, that will be 4.8. 7.8 or 7.5 will be for fumarase, and very highly alkaline arginase, that will be 10, and fumarase is more or less alkaline. Some exceptions we can follow, that in case of pepsine which is confined within stomach, the pH optima is 2. In case of papain synthesized within the papaya, that will be insensitive to the pH change, and below 7 actually we can follow that cannot be changed within the pH range 4 to 8 or 6 to 8. But in case of cholinesterase, it is insensitive to pH within 7 to 10. Below 7 the pH is getting changed, it is sensitive, the reaction is very much pH sensitive, because we can find at the active site the presence of ionizable group, maybe due to the pH 6 for the histidine is present. Significance of the enzyme, including role, importance and application. Role, we know that enzyme has enormous biological role because it has the power for the ATP generation, energy generation, as well as signal transduction by kinase and phosphatase. Hexokinase can regulate glycolysis, as well as cellulase is needed for the ruminant digestion as well. Let's see what are the roles and importance. First importance include the industrial importance and application, biological importance and function, medical importance by involvement in the disease. The first one, industrial importance. For wine manufacturing, papain is needed, cheese making, renin, candy making, invertase, clarifying fruit juice, pectinase, tenderizing meat, as we all know, papain is needed for cooking meat. Bread whitening, lipooxygenase is needed. Desizing fabrics, amylase is needed. Dehairing hide, trypsin is needed. Destain fabrics, alkalase is needed. Recovering silver, pepsin. Correcting digestion, amylase is needed. Wound healing, trypsin needed. Analyzing biochemical, urokinase, urease, uricase is needed. Dissolving blood clot for heart patients, urokinase is needed. Changing blood type, glycosidase, protease needed. Diagnosis hypertension, renin-angiotensin system is responsible. Augmentin surgery, trypsin is needed. Breaking down chemical for neurodegeneration, monoamine oxidase, MAO is needed. Destroying acids for plant metabolism, phytase is needed for phytic acid destruction. For rubber industry, catalase is very much needed. Biological importance. Kinase and phosphatases, they act simultaneously in case of signaling pathway to switch on or switch off particular type of cascade of reaction. For muscle contraction, ATPase is needed. For active transport, sodium, potassium, ATPase very much needed. For the generation of light in flies, luciferase is needed. For viral infection, HIV integrase is needed, and viral release, neuraminidase is important for influenza virus. Digestive system actually exploit amylase, protease for our digestion. Control metabolism by phosphofructokinase as well as hexokinase, so they can regulate the metabolism within the system. But unfortunately, medical importance is related to the involvement of disease by malfunctioning or mutation of some enzyme like PKU, phenylketonuria, where phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme, which is needed for the phenylalanine degradation, is actually mutated, giving rise to mental retardation. As we know that germline mutation of UV repair enzyme give rise to the mutation for responsible of skin cancer and xeroderma pigmentosum, hereditary diseases. Application. We can follow the enzyme application in case of industrial, medical or clinical, analytical as well as manipulative and research purpose. Industrial application. Alpha amylase, which breaks down starch. The source is bacteria, which converts starch to glucose, is needed for the food industry. Glucose isomerase converts glucose to fructose, isolated from fungi, is very much needed to make the high fructose syrup. Protease digests protein that is isolated from bacteria, needed in the washing powder. Small granules or globules can be found. Renin clots milk protein that is found from the animal stomach. It is needed for the cheese making. catalase converts H2O2 to H2O and O2. That is isolated from animal liver. That is also needed in the rubber industry to convert latex to the foam. Beta-galactosidase hydrolyze lactose, isolated from fungi and very much needed in the dairy industry. Medical application. L-asparaginase is very important enzyme which actually remove asparagine from tumor cells. So that is actually isolated from bacteria as E. coli as source, and application it is needed for the chemotherapeutic agent. Urokinase that breaks down the blood clots, that is isolated from human urine, it is needed for the heart patients. Clinical application number 1, therapeutics. Streptokinase is needed for the therapy of myocardial infarction. Clinical analysis, cholesterol oxidase is needed to analyze blood serum cholesterol. Disease diagnosis, it is actually done with marker specific isozyme of lactate dehydrogenase M4, which is not normally found in blood serum but found in case of myocardial infarction. Analytical application, glucose oxidase, which oxidizes glucose to gluconic acid, and source is fungi, but it is used after purification in a kit for the test of blood glucose. Luciferase, which is actually found from the fireflies and produces light that can be used to find any minute amount of bacterial contamination within the food. Manipulative application, that is needed for the research purpose. Lysozyme breaks down 1,4-glycosidic linkage that is found from the hen egg white, that is needed to disrupt bacterial cell wall, needed for the microbiological and other research purposes. Endonucleases, that is actually breaks down the DNA at specific sites. They are called as restriction enzymes. They can be found from the bacteria, which actually is synthesized for the safeguard action, but it is needed for the recombinant DNA technology as well as for DNA fingerprinting. Multi-enzyme system. Sometimes some enzymes are getting aggregated in the mosaic fashion. So the reactions are getting coupled together. So the product of first enzyme can be acted as substrate for the next enzyme, like pyruvate dehydrogenase system. So it consists 3 enzymes together. What are they? Pyruvate decarboxylase, dihydrolipoic dehydrogenase, and lipoyl reductase transacetylase. Subunit association. So we know that enzyme are apoenzyme protein part, but along with which some metal ion cofactor can interact for the sake of the reaction, like magnesium 2+ is needed, metal ion, for hexokinase as well. But sometimes activator sits at the regulator can control the activity of the catalytic site, apart from which competitive inhibitor binds to the active site where actually substrate occupies. Uncompetitive inhibitor, it is bound to the enzyme substrate ES complex, as well as the non-competitive inhibitor binds to the regulatory site to modulate enzyme activity. So students, that is all about basic concept about the enzyme, the uses that is needed for the different purposes, and basic general as well as physical, physicochemical characteristics and properties.